Hi everybody, back again. So this short video is about a few common misconceptions and that really still do exist. I think we need to remember that electric cars are still a really new technology, a new way of getting from A to B for the vast majority of people. And I'm thinking about the UK here, I guess. So in the last few days, I've had some conversations, either directly or on social media, with a good number of people, and some of these misconceptions have really kind of reared their head again. One of them being range anxiety. We know that in the UK, on average, the vast majority of people drive about 25 miles per day. When we consider that the average range of electric cars these days is about 200 miles, I'd say. Many of them do far more than 200 miles. So for most people, actually, an electric car will get them to where they need to go absolutely no problem at all. And of course, very often people who are sceptical about electric cars, and that's absolutely fine because they are a very new thing still to a lot of people. People say, oh yeah, but I need to get up to Scotland. It's a 500 mile trip just to get there. What am I going to do? Okay, so we know that charging infrastructure is improving all the time and it takes a little bit of planning, okay? One thing that did kind of amuse me the other day on social media was somebody who said, I drive 5 hours non-stop. I won't be able to do that in an electric car. Well, let's be fair, you shouldn't be driving 5 hours non-stop. Probably not a safe thing to do, and as somebody else pointed out, if you were driving professionally, you have to stop every so, is it 1.5 hours or 2 hours maybe? I don't know, but there you have it. I know for me, I have, and I think this is something that Robert Llewellyn has talked about in the past, I suffer greatly from bladder anxiety. So there's no way that I'm going to drive more than an hour or 1.5 hours tops without needing to stop. And if I am on a longer journey, then that's an ideal opportunity to plug in my car and charge at a motorway service area, or I've looked up on ZapMap where the closest charging point is for that comfort break. And of course, if you have children, so my two are quite young, 6 and 10, they're always needing to stop for something. So again, ideal opportunities just to top up. Another thing that's come up the other day, and I'm going to read from something that I've written down here because I won't be able to remember it, is somebody said, electric cars have terrible wheels and odd styling like flashes of blue and terrible names that begin with I or E, says she sitting in her Kia e-Niro. And electric cars look like something from a sci-fi movie. I don't agree with that. I really don't agree with that. May have a point on the name front, but what's in a name? Looking like something from a sci-fi movie. Tesla Cybertruck, absolutely, yes it does. But that's fantastic. It's so futuristic and exciting. Why not? However, the more average electric car, I don't think so. I think more and more these days, the vast majority of them just look like cars. And they just happen to be powered by a battery, and they just happen to be so much better for our local air quality, and they just happen to be a far superior drive experience in every single way. And I know I'm biased, but I think that's true. What I would say to anybody who thinks that electric cars look like something out of a sci-fi movie, have a look at evclicks.co.uk. So that's the online electric vehicle image library that I run with the help of the plug seeker. And we've got over 3,000 images of electric vehicles of all sorts on there. And I'd say that, yeah, most of them look pretty normal to me. Okay, so on to the next thing. This is really, really exciting for me, and I was so encouraged to read about it this morning on social media. Go Ultra Low has funded a series of on-street charging trials. I think they've been going for quite some time. One of those has taken place in Oxford. And one of the trial participants posted a few images this morning and described a little bit about the journey that he's had. So these trials are where there are cable channels sort of put through the pavement, so the charging cable runs from the house through the pavement onto the street, and the car can then be charged. Isn't that a brilliant, unobtrusive innovation for on-street charging? I think so. What was really interesting for me was that this trial participant was talking about the behavioural attitude of their neighbours. So at first, understandably, quite sceptical. However, it only turns out that quite a few of those neighbours are now getting electric cars themselves. So, presumably, this kind of on-street charging solution, you know, would absolutely be suitable for their needs as well. What is super, super interesting about this particular person's experience is that talking with the neighbours, my understanding is that they're even talking about sharing the on-street charging sort of facilities, if you like. And some of the neighbours who don't have electric cars at all are actually starting to leave space for the person who does have the electric car. So it just goes to show that, you know, we know that, is it 40% of people in the UK don't have access to off-street charging. So on-street charging is a massive area of opportunity for innovative solutions. And this cable channel solution is just one of those. And I think I was so encouraged to hear this this morning and read about it and see the pictures. I've asked the person in question if I can pop some of those images at the end of this video, so hopefully I'll be able to do that because I think it's fascinating. So we're seeing solutions coming through for on-street charging. We are seeing solutions in terms of charging hubs. I mean, the GridServe charging hub at Braintree is, I believe, coming along. It's under construction, you know, and let's just see more of those. Absolutely brilliant. So it's a really, really exciting place to be. Yeah, let's just keep talking about electric cars and get as many people driving them as we possibly can, because for me that's the way to really, really open people's eyes to the opportunity. Costs are coming down, charging infrastructure is improving, yeah, and I'm still charging my car with the OMI smart charger for about 1 pence, 1.5, 2 pence per electric mile. So what could be better than that? All right, thanks so much. Take care.